If you subscribe to my channel, I will Venmo you $1. What up, y'all? My name is Stefan, and welcome to my channel. We're gonna talk about the 75 hard challenge. Have you heard of it? The challenge consists of a couple of things, one of which includes drinking 1 gallon of water every single day. 1 gallon of water is a lot of water, so this is pretty hard. And when I started it, I was like, shit, I don't know if I can do this. Here's a fun fact. Don't use ice. Actually, don't even drink cold water. It should be lukewarm. It's a lot easier to drink down. So the first part of the challenge is you need to drink 1 gallon of water every single day. Number 2, you have to exercise twice a day. One of those workouts has to be outdoors, so you can't do 2 indoor workouts. Next, you have to follow a strict diet. And that diet can be anything as long as it's strict. For me, it was no potatoes, no gluten, and no added sugar. And the no added sugar part was really hard. I would actually go to restaurants and I would ask people if there's added sugar in things just to make sure. I don't know if you knew this, but ketchup and fried rice actually have sugar in it, so I couldn't eat either of those things unless they took the sugar out. Next, you have to abstain from alcohol and cheat meals, which can be hard for some people. Not too hard for me because I don't drink very much. You have to read 10 pages of a book. This can be any book as long as it's nonfiction and not an audiobook. Lastly, you have to take a progress photo. And the progress photo doesn't have to be posted anywhere, but you just have to take one to see your results from day 1 all the way to day 75. One thing to note about this challenge is that there are no second chances. So if you fuck up on one day, you have to start completely from scratch. So check this out. I went from October 25th all the way to January 8th. So you can imagine that was very hard, not only because it was Thanksgiving, but it was also Christmas and New Year's. So no drinking and no eating shit during the holidays, which maybe I shouldn't have done, but it added to the challenge and I actually enjoyed it. Here's a photo of me before the challenge started. Well, on day 1 of the challenge. I weighed about 203, 204 pounds. I would say I'm probably 15 to 18% body fat. This was my diet. No gluten, no sugar, no potatoes. So I couldn't actually eat this meal, although I miss it a lot. It's cenote from Austin. Let me talk to you about 4 tips that I have for beginners. Tip number 1. You want to start the tasks as early as possible. That means when you wake up, you should probably drink between 16 to 32 ounces of water. You don't want to pee at the end of the day. You'd rather pee during the beginning of the day and get everything done. Number 2, don't cheat. You have to make sure that you're drinking 1 gallon, not half a gallon of water every day. You also have to make sure that you're reading 10 pages of a non-fiction book. It cannot be fiction for entertainment purposes.
I just bought some bikinis online, size 2.
Number 3, don't give up. I counted at least 6 times when I wanted to give up, but I didn't because I knew that if I gave up, I would have to start completely over from scratch. I think the last important piece of information is that you should probably use some type of tracking application or journal just to make sure that you're documenting everything down. You don't want to forget to do something. Otherwise, you have to start all over. I made sure before I went to sleep every night that I finished each task. All right, so was it worth it? Was the 75 hard challenge really worth it? I think so. I think it was a great exercise in mental stamina. You can do something for 1 day, 2 days, but to do something every single day for 75 days in a row without skipping a beat, I think that says something about your character.
How do you measure, things that are more of our character?
I don't know if I suggest doing this during the holidays, but if you want an extra challenge, then do it during the end of the year. It's pretty tough to do when you're looking at a turkey and stuffing and you can't eat potatoes. Here's an after picture. I lost, all in all, about 8 to 10 pounds. I would guess my body fat is around 10 to 13%. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed my video. Subscribe, and I will send you a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Thank you.